Hi, hello, and welcome to. This is going to be Oracle Councilorship, okay? Brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Priestess Abossi. I'll do the Oracle today. And I don't know what we're getting. So listen, Chamba is the same as Oshun, it's the same as Hathor, it's the same as Freya, it's the same as Venus. It's the same as Aphrodite, it's the same as Inanna, it's the same as, well, I was almost going to say Mami Wata, but it's really Mami Chamba. I'm getting that. So I was also going to come in and start doing medicine, and I went to the gate and asked how to serve, if I could intercede for, essentially the planets. So like I was getting Mercury, I was getting Venus, I was getting Mars actually also. And I know something's going into retrograde for a while. Jupiter was talking to me a couple of weeks ago, so I wanted to check in because honey, homie, sweetie, darling's been out of it. So they were like kind of like a no, and we're just gonna check the channels. So we're gonna go ahead and just open up the gate, see what we got. Uh, so we're just gonna get. Okay, hold on. Un momento, por favor. Okay, so this is portal keeping because I don't. Yeah, there's a lot to say. um, so I'm hearing this song, Veni Lave, also Oye Ile. I'm hearing so too. So Sri Devi. The artist, not the goddess. Rest in power, my dear queen. Okay, so let's get in here, fit in here, and see what we got going on. Okay, let's just go ahead and do a housekeeping. I'm just gonna go ahead and see if there's something in here that doesn't need to be in here. So I queried the 5 of Swords and I got back, okay, this card, but these two energies go together and the deck is also calibrated to this energy. So I'm confused. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. So what this means is another touch, not my anointing, but somebody out there, they want what we have there. And there's a difference between envy and jealousy. And somebody could be a person, place, or thing. So it's an energy, entity, ideology. And this could also just mean setting boundaries. So if we are not aware of external oppositional energy, or we're not at a vibration where it's attracting ad nauseum attack, meaning just because it doesn't have to be conflict that we engaged in. Somebody, we could be walking down the street and somebody is jealous that we have a bag, or that we look good in a color that they can get, pull off, or it doesn't matter. Oftentimes, you know, people watching this channel, culturally, there are places through the world where there are practitioners as part of the culture, and they can see people with a divine spark walking down the street, and depending on the day and depending on how they engage, if we reject them in some kind of way, or just can, Teflon it, brush their shoulders off and they feel some kind of way, that could be a couple of years of attack, which actually they planned as a lifetime of a hex or curse, but we are very anointed. So this is coming through. I don't actually want to talk about that. I'd rather this 5 of Swords star card, spirit coming like a destiny and boundaries and standards. 5 of Swords talks about open enemies, but it also talks about the holding down the field. What does that mean? Okay, so we're in the sign right now of Cancer. Enemies would be Capricorn energy. So what's going through Capricorn right now? Yeah, a lot of people are secretly competing with us because I'm getting power struggles. People want to collect power, they want to control things from behind the scenes, exercising liberties that they've yet to afford themselves. The gall, the audacity, the nerve. I don't understand that. So let's leave that there. But it's more like, I mean, this is called boundaries and standards. It is what this is. So if you don't like my boundaries, it's because you don't respect them, which really means that you don't respect me. If you don't like my standards, it's because you don't meet them. Do you know what I mean? I could use any example, but we can argue about any example. Okay, so there's something about us either being a flame keeper or a portal keeper or a gatekeeper, a temple keeper in some kind of way. It's really, this says portal keeper. Actually, what this would talk about is us being cloaked. And I'm hearing apocalyptis, which means that there's something might even be revealed to us because the awakening's been going on a micro level, internal for a while. And now external, what'll happen is we'll start to see tidal changes, like big shifts or shifts that are kind of small, but it's even still big because multiple people are experiencing. For instance, between 20 and 2024, 2020 and 2024, I had probably half a dozen, closer to a dozen friends move to one city in Texas. Does that make sense? Over the course of 10 years, I had a conflict, and I'm not big on conflicts. I'm an over communicator. I'll solve it right then and there. Um, and I'm giving you a personal example. My apologies because it's ready at the. So, like I said, a bunch of people were moved to one city. That's a pattern. That's just a tidal shift. Or like over the course of a decade, conflict was coming from another. Again, this is a lot, a large number, half a dozen. Uh, People with the same last name. Like I could be having not fighting with anybody, but the people I'm fighting with, they all have this last name. Not at all related. Probably don't even know each other. You hear what I'm saying? So like, there's gonna be more and more and more, and this is a cycle that right now we're becoming aware of on one of the four eyes: intellect, insight. That's the fifth eye, actually. Intuition, instinct. One of these four eyes could be pushing to I'm seeing a whale breach the surface of the ocean, which means something's been below the surface, not quite visible, latent, that's becoming manifest, right? So what does that mean? A lot of things have been subconscious and they're coming to the foreground of our conscious. Does that make sense? So something difficult is also coming to bear because we had to get to the bottom of ourself. I'm hearing let me Thea. Okay, so with the Hermit and the Nine of Swords, we were on like a self-imposed dark night of the soul. So we were taking searching and fearless moral inventory of our soul. Okay, I'm just going to say it like that. So a lot of changes happened. Stripping, we could have had to deal with some losses or take some losses, or we really couldn't work with certain types of people, even though we had what we needed to. We realized that we were making deals with the devil, kind of by design or by association, or it might have been the way that it was structured, or like it might have been, how do I say this? Sometimes learned behavior is learned behavior. So this was almost given to us, taught to us. It was how we adopt it, like from birth or from the first time, the first breath. Something was kind of made in a way where it's probably something to do with the matrix. is I'm getting that we're leaving something behind. Let me just do a little portal keeping here. Okay, so there's a double Mercury, and actually, I did feel like I wanted to come check in with Mercury, do some Mercury medicine. Okay, Legba, Hermes, Tahuti, Iris, Klipitoche, Hayaka, Wayaka. Wayoka. It's because there's some kind of peace coming to the soul, back to the soul, returning to the soul. We might be recalling our peace, if that makes sense. We might be reclaiming our peace, reclaiming our time, reclaiming our space, recalling on our blessings. Yes, and it's about time. We weren't succeeding in the beginning. We were coming up against delays because we had a mind that was oppositional. There was probably some kind of inability for the heart and the mind to connect, or the energy was kind of getting caught in the lower chakras. It wasn't going above the heart. Something about that, the Two of Swords. There was, and again, I'm hearing cloaking. So, all right. I mean, there might have been a little cloaking. It could have been by our ancestors with these double fives. I do feel also that somebody was trying to hide us or hide our blessings or hide our gifts, maybe from us, or hide us from the world so we wouldn't be exposed to things. And I'm using the word somebody. I'm anthropomorphizing the energy, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. And if we can't recognize opposition or adversarial places in our life, or energies or dynamics in our lives, again, because some of us are like optimists, and we don't. It takes us a long time to see conflict, or to see pessimism, or to believe that we're not empowered to move things forward. So, if we're not perceiving enemy, opposition, the other side, it's an ideology. Okay, so there's some boundaries that we're gonna take a look and see what these boundaries are. The first thing is we've got to leave some things behind, and I do feel like it is because we're golden goose. There's people that just can't have access to us, and like we keep giving to things. We keep this is co-signing or enabling. Seti Denari, Regina Denari. What is this? Queen of Disc, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. They're saying that the universe needs to see it. I'm just going to cut to the chase because I'm trying to translate the channel. It's not working. I don't have the spoons. They're saying that we are getting here because you effing up. Listen, homie, what's up is this. You holding space for things that shouldn't be growing. You can't be the fertile soil for a demonic seed to grow. You can't be the breeding ground or the highway for demons, or you can't be holding space or being an accessory unwittingly or after the fact to horse puckery. Use the expletive, exclamation point. You're not gonna get no more blessings. All of your blessings are going to go towards, all of your abundance is going towards protection and not abundance and blessings, because you're holding space for people that are not ever going to share in these goodies. You will keep the goodies safe until you can get rid of The leech. The leech. There's also something about a liar here, because I've left several times and they keep saying, no, come back, come back, come back, come back. So there's they want us to address the fact that something is a lie, that something's untruthful, that something's not true, how we see it, that the way that we perceive it is actually blocking us, that we need to look at the information in a different way, that we need to try to make a win-win situation out of it, even though it might seem like a lose-lose, that we need to be accountable if we kind of quickly reacted to something and we didn't get all the facts. It doesn't necessarily need, we wouldn't have made a conflict with the other person, but there may be the perception of a conflict because things aren't moving or the energy changed. Really what happened was the truth came out. We saw things from a different perspective, and what happened was a bubble burst on our naivete, but we felt foolish. So we changed something up and it created a whole blockage that it shouldn't have. But that also means that the other person wasn't high-minded. They couldn't think of a higher road, because all the facts were already clear. It was just how we felt about the facts. So the answer was not going to change when the facts changed. It was actually going to change when our feelings changed, and our feelings changed. And I feel like we're being punished for that, or there's enemies for that, or something of that nature. Okay, I'm glad I got to the point, because it was thinking, whatever. All right, let's just wrap this up. Let's leave the gate here and see what the oracle says. Yeah, okay, so now that we know what's up, we're going to be quarantined, because they were letting a little bit of the caca through. They were letting a little bit of the enemy through. They were letting a little bit of the things that we're being protected from through the veil, because we needed to have a little bit of a growth. We needed to grow, expand. We needed to want more. We needed to come out to play just a little bit. And we needed the truth about what to secure and what security actually meant, like, because we had bonds, not bondage, but we had ties, connections to people, places, or things that we needed to let go, release, or transform. It was going to be a permanent transition all the same, maybe not away from, maybe not out of, most likely though. So yes, most likely so. And it was like a decree on our life, on our incarnational cycle, with this 9 and this judgment, it would justizio. Okay, because we might be dealing with a Virgo rising or Gemini, a Virgo moon or a Gemini rising. Somebody, again, might be behind the scenes controlling. There might be a sorceress behind the scenes as well. Somebody wants to block the seeds that we're planting, the things that we're working on. They want us to have no momentum, because what's coming in is our spiritual inheritance. Okay. And that's what's up there. They might be cloaking themselves in our energy, and we're finally discerning. Okay, so we're finally discerning that, but what I also just got corrected, so they took it back. That's my perception. That's how the energy affects me. We're also discerning this. This is true in my case. But for the collective, everybody watching, we've got into such a vibration that the devil can't get. You know what I'm saying? It's like we kept walking down the hall, and each door down the hallway, you need a higher and higher and higher and higher and higher security level to get clearance into that door. And they finally got to their limit, and we kept going. Does that make sense? So they're little cloaky, hidden glamour, brouhaha, witchy woo woo. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. My apologies. Me piacere, me dispiace. I want to say it like this. I'm sorry, by the way. The witches, I don't use that word. I use the word healer. I use the word curandera, not bruja, because why? Well, the way that I see it, because I am an angel art intuitive. That's my bread and butter, astrology and angel oracle readings. That's what pays the bills. Okay. What happens is this, like in the angelic order, there are also the fallen, and they have lineages and stuff like that. And they actually have earth seeds too, not just star seed lineages, because that they laid with some humanity. And so the way that I look like it, and it's not an absolute, that you could find another way to look at it, but this is how it unfolds for me. This is how the universe opens up to me, and what I teach, if I'm honest. to be clear, I should say, is that if you're calling yourself a witch, it's because you had to go to a spirit. You're a spirit witch, not a traditional witch. Our healer is a traditional witch. You had to go to a spirit to get that work or that power, that blessing or that connection or that protection or whatever. Because if it was given to you from birth or creation or, God is all good. In that case, God, the omnipotent God. Because there are many gods. Anyways, point. Healers are the ones born with it. Witches are the ones that have to get it some way. And usually 9 times out of 10, how you get it in some way is from a lesser source. There is a way where you can go and pay off a debt for your lineage and you could be given a gift for protection or to navigate that journey. You basically volunteer as tribute. And this is the way you get it from the right kingdom, the good side. And the bad side, you have to do things to get ranks. And a lot of the scary part is that other side, you don't, that side deals in lies. That's part of the trade. So the wise people on that side know that you need to be, in order to rank or in order to get extra agreements paid, is to take often gifts or swap destinies with our side. So the blanquitas here, the rata, habla la sol de una mirada here. On our side, what it is the golden way, rada, the golden way. Okay, so in that, it's as it's done in God. Okay, there isn't really a devil side. What it is that it gets very heavily degraded. It gets very, like when they say you have blood on your hands, it just means you can't see clearly. Okay, that needs to be deeply, deeply, deeply translated. It means your celestial waters are not clear. It's more akin to the swamp. That you can't see through it clearly. For some reason, this is coming through. Now, I keep hearing lavender, and they're telling me lavender, but I was hearing that and I wasn't mentioning it. And then I got mucusy or phlegmy. So that's a message. And there's Mr. Man here, little buddy. And he's not really a buddy, but he is a little brother, and he's older. But when I say a little or bigger or higher or lower, it doesn't necessarily mean better or less than. It means proximate location, where in the frequency spectrum, where is your energy frequency vibration in the spectrum? It's kind of like a GPS for the dimensional plane, the celestial plane, if that makes sense. We got the 9 of Cups, so something authentic. Also, this is the Jesus energy. It means taking actions from the heart. 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Okay, so yeah, the Earth is kind of like a Hunger Game. It really is. There are game wardens and districts, which are actually bloodlines, and it's funny that they call that District 13 or the 13th district because it's talking about blue bloods, number 1, and number 2, the 13 bloodlines or the 13. It might be Papa bloodlines is what they call it. I don't want to say too much, but I mean, what is shared and disclosed, the cabal runs a little bit differently. And it's not helpful to teach it because we're a different cabal. We're spiritually initiated um, here. So I don't know what's coming through. Let's get in here, and see what we got going on. Yeah, okay, so like I said, something is hidden. We might have here a Pisces rising, Mars in Pisces. So remember, we had that Queen of Regina Denali, the Queen of Pentacles, and Lermitia, the Hermit. That could be, so if you are a Pisces rising, opposite you would be the Virgo energy, because that's seventh house, and seventh house talks about enemies. And I just called it out because something that's been hidden, that's been latent, is going to manifest. As I said before, it's what I'm getting. You know, I'm hearing that song. Okay, but that's, look at us, baby, look at us now. Everybody believe we would never be. I think is that Alice DJ? I don't know. I don't know. Judgment Four of Swords. We've almost like been brought before the throne of creation because there's been a lot of karmic pauses. Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands here, but Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords, Ten of Wands, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, Three of Swords on the side of the other, the cross watcher is not, that's, they're guilty and they're being summoned. Their case is being worked through the celestial court system. And the thing is that we are their caseworker. I don't think when they were harming us karmically that they realized that. Two of Cups here. But that also means that 2 weeks ago, we had to start to make a decision, or something got placed in our hands or on our docket or whatever. And we have 28 days to render a decision. And this is the thing that's plaguing the other side, because there's a clear transition and shift. There's been a change in our relationship where we're not at the disproportionate position that we were at. We've never been inferior to this being, but now it's very clear. Okay, what's up? Okay, well, and then that, you know, what's up? Okay, what? What is this? What? Like games with me. See, they were trying to hide the truth here just now. Ooh, agitating me. Okay, yeah. So something's gonna come out for sure, for sure. Ace of Swords, the Moon, Knight of Cups. We have the Judgment, Four of Swords. That's being brought before the throne of the divine, because that's the absolute authority. Four of Swords, and also it's that Judgment card. So that's the throne of God. People don't realize it's the voice of God, the hand of God, everything but the eye of God, which is the tower. But it is still a revelation like the tower, except it's not so shocking. And typically there's some kind of petition in a prayer. It's just an answer to it with the Judgment card coming out. Because you add a 0 to the High Priestess, and there you go. You have the Judgment card. So it always has a little bit of the energy of the High Priestess in the Fool card. We have to go on a journey of understanding things, but from the soul, internally. We have to go on a journey internally. That's the High Priestess. We have the Ace of Cups here. So again, Ace of Cups, we have a pair of aces, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, with the Two of Cups. That can talk about a new union. With the Five of Swords, there's some boundaries here, though. So somebody came at us the wrong way. We were crossed in the wrong way, or they tried to come at us, come for us in some kind of way. With the Nine of Swords, they're guilty of something. We are now aware that we have an enemy here. So this is an open enemy. Six houses, hidden enemies. That's the Seven of Swords. And then 7th house is open enemies. That's the 5 of Swords. So we have the 5 of Swords out. It's true with Ace of Swords. It can be Mars and Pisces, Pisces rising. It's more like this is for a person who has their Mars and Pisces or is the Pisces rising, especially with this strength card here that could talk about Leo. We have Leo and Pisces here, but somebody has their Venus in Leo, Venus in Libra. Somebody might be a Pisces rising, a different person. They could easily have Libra as their rising sign because Leo would be on their 11th house. Yeah, so we have a Libra rising here. Venus in Libra. Okay, so if you have your Venus in the 11th house or the first house, that this message is for you. It could also just be that you're a very strong Leo. It could also just be, okay, could we have some several energies? So I'm going to read this through again. Mercury, Venus in Libra, especially Venus in the first house. Okay. Venus in Libra, especially Venus in the 11th house. Venus in Leo, any house. Because we have a Pisces rising here. So Venus in Leo for a Pisces rising would be Venus in the 6th house. And that's whatever shows up in your 6th house, 8th house, 12th house, people can become jealous with you because of that. So Venus, they'll be jealous of you because of your connections or how easily you make connections or how love comes to you or how filial love or, congenial love comes to you. So how you make friends, how you find lovers, your gifts, your talents, your beauty, how you cultivated or crafted your gifts, your talents, your beauty. We could be attracting enemies for those reasons or in those areas. I'm getting. Okay, and then there's that. So we definitely have a Pisces rising. Definitely confirmation. Knight of Cups with the Hermit card, one combination for that can be Pisces rising. Why? Because it's opposite that earth sign and it's a cup. So the cup would be the first house, and then this would say, oh, okay, Pisces rising. We have a confirmation here because the Pisces card came out conjunct on top of the Nine of Cups. So that's literally either Mars and Pisces or Pisces rising. And it's true. It means this is a sign that I'm getting closer, especially with the Ace of Swords. So, okay, triple confirmation or double confirmation, triple sign, double confirmation. Okay, so we are aware of a hidden enemy. If your Pisces rising, you become aware of a hidden enemy. So we have a double moon right back to back, and we have a lot of moon energy here. Any two is considered the moon, as well as 7. Most people don't know that. We have a 2 of Cups, but we have the 2 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Those are both moon cards with the moon actually being out. And then combined with the 9 of Swords, what that says is, okay, the moon 9 of Swords, dark night of the soul, being haunted by things that you've done, your own consciousness coming bump in the night. I forget that Edgar Allan Poe, where the guy that he killed is like scratching at the floorboards, that kind of, the 9 of Swords is a ooga booga, excuse me. The 9 of Swords is a ooga, and it's haunting. If the devil came out with it, I'd be like, oh, you got an attachment on you. You might be, or you're hanging out with a succubus or a vampire or what's going on. Just it's fine if that's your deal, if you get down that way. But honey, you don't want to be in that situation without an informed decision. Please take care of yourself. It's like that. Like that's what I'm getting with this 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords kind of. You hear me? You feel me? Okay, and I'm hearing that it's a different song now. It's a fine day, people open windows. They leave their houses just for a short walk. La da 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 dee da 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 da. Okay, so there's definitely a transition transformation here. We're of an opposing mind. We're actually ready to cut someone out because we're done with something. It's been too difficult. We don't speak up, and it might be a friend. This friend has always thought that they were in some kind of deeper union with us. They were fooling themselves because what they left was an ending, and they're running into harshness. So they're walking directly into a heartache. Here's what they're leaving, and the Seven of Swords is very directional. So that's what they're leaving behind, an ending to fairness and so there was some deliberation on our side about Six of Pentacles, what we're giving to. But since there's some negative energy here, Six of Pentacles in reverse is very bad. It means envy, greed, capriciousness. It also means like dull, mediocre, somebody that can't produce a lot. But it also talks about energy of not being able to hold their weight, or somebody that's draining a lot. With this death card, that if this was a health reading, it would say that there's a lot of chronic fatigue. And this is giving me the energy of like having to cut off a friend or having to cut off a person. And it could even be coworker here. The other side, this friend that we cut off, they're haunted. It's like they don't understand there's a lot of love. They're wanting more love. They think that we're gonna reach out, but they don't realize when you have a 5 and a pair of 2s, it means you're cutting off a connection. It's a thread. I can see the thread here. So we're cutting the cord. 3 of Swords is this cord. So this is a cord cutting. We have a positive lead for cord cutting here. It's not that we don't love them. Ace of Cups with the Ten of Cups. It's not that we're not. And that's one way this energy can go. There's multiple ways. Okay, the Ten of Cups came back. It just fell out. So it might be that we're in the same family, the same community, or whatever, what have you. It can also mean that I'll just see you next lifetime. Page of Cups. We really do feel content with whatever this is. Somebody could have their Venus in Scorpio. Somebody could be a Taurus rising. Page of Cups, the Death card. With the Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, we have we were wounded, we were hurt. Four of Swords, Three of Swords confirms that we were wounded, we were hurt in some kind of way. We have a pair of tens, Ten of Wands, and 10 of Cups. That means the cycle is ending. With the Judgment card and the Death card, there's a transition here. An executive decision from the higher ups. Literally heavenly intervention. Strengthen the death card. Strengthen the Chariot. Excuse me. Judgment and the Death card. Judgment and the Death card, or Judgment and the Chariot. It means divine intervention. Chariot and the Death card means heavenly intervention, spiritual intervention. So this is divine intervention here. On our side, we needed a reconciliation to come. And I don't necessarily mean with another party. We needed to figure something out, or get over something, or get used to something, or deal with something internally. And really, it's that we needed to wise up, level up, because we were getting taken advantage of or exploited in some kind of way, or something was on our end was being disrespected. And we're surrounded by kind of positive energy, but there is something here that was bad that we mentioned. With the Page of Cups, Five of Swords, that's a double Venus. So we said something to hold a boundary, or to protect ourselves in some kind of way, and it unraveled something. Now, it can just be that this other party, because this other party needs the truth. Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords. That means that this queen needs the truth. It doesn't mean that we need to tell them the truth, because the Ace of Swords is not on our side. It's on their side. So they need to see the truth is what this is telling me, that they need to, Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups, take a searching, fearless moral inventory. They need to get to the bottom of this unraveling here, because nothing's going to change. And I'm getting, okay. I'm getting the energy of like the other person thinking that we're going to approach them again. Tower card. So that's the rude awakening for them. Three of Swords, Tower. That it's already clear to us. Judgment card, Death card. We've already actually spoken. A Page of Cups with the Five of Swords. We said our boundaries very lovingly and was true, genuinely, and authentically. This other person's a little. I just heard the word "see you next Tuesday." This person's a little auntie. She's a little auntie runty woo bear, because she's a little harsh. She's feeling a little starved of love or some shit like that, because, excuse me, Hermit and Queen of Swords, she's jaded or salty or, okay, I'm wanting to say BS. I don't like to dismiss another person's feelings or experience. It's relevant to them. I don't give a F. I really don't. But you're telling me whatever. It's unskilled. Go process your feelings and roll that into a needs statement. Hey, I love this connection. In order to keep it, this is my needs going forward. I'd be like, oh, wow, that's a shift. That's a change. Can you tell me what led to this? And then you say, oh, yeah, no, we had this experience and it left me feeling this kind of way. And I had to process, and this is what I came up with. Versus the whole Dramamine, like the whole little BS story, the whole little conflict dance. Like, what the F for? Dude, calm down, go wipe your own ass. Like, don't expect me to do it. So, that's what I'm getting. Like, we've been very clear on something, and the other side is acting stupid, looking stupid, being stupid, and they're gonna not know that. They're gonna feel it, and that feeling will bring them to knowing it. So we've got to let them. I dislike this word, and I don't adopt this practice. We've got to let them suffer. If I come to have to enforce a judgment and you suffer because of that, I don't care. The suffering is a choice, anyways. But that's the only time that I ever want to be around suffering and not, intervene. This is one of those times, because it's a little bit of a different shade of having to enforce a judgment. God came through, pulled through, and said, hey, honey, sweetie, homie, darling, my divine precious child, Page of Cups, you're being beat around here and disrespected here. Your boundaries are being dismissed, which meant somebody's being dismissive. They want to drain. They want to take love because they can't give it to themselves. They want to take some kind of fidelity because they're not giving it to themselves. And you try to make a small shift, and they, it's like those people, they want to make a very permanent solution to a very temporary problem. You write a check on credit today, and you really can't pay it back tomorrow with interest. That's what this is reminding me of. That's what this is kind of looking like, because it's like it's all out in the open. Five of Swords, Two of Swords, Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, Hermit. Yeah, some things were hidden, bump in the night, Ace of Cups, the Moon card. Some things were behind the surface, but it was forced to manifest. Judgment card. Come to the surface, Death card. There's going to be a clear transition. Five of Swords, Death card. We're going to lose some innocence here. The illusion's going to be lost. And our feelings are going to shift to a little bit salty. Now, there's tons of love. People don't realize Five of Swords is a love-hate. Like, y'all can la-di-da, yada, yada. It's Venus in Aquarius, yo. It's a love-hate situation. So there's a little bit of envy, or there's a little bit of greed, or there's a little bit of jealousy, or there's a little bit of hurt, like somebody has a resentment or like that. And they were told something and they're not able to hear it because they're in their little depressive state. And it might not be that. It might be that I forget the word, and it's not recall, but it's like when something you're doing as a clinician, I know better too. I'm not directly in that mental health. I'm more specific to addiction, nutrition. But anyways, in therapy or in psychoanalysis, when the patient is bringing up, it's like they're having experience right here in 2024, but they're bringing up experiences that happened to them in 1999. So they're getting triggered by that instead of just hearing what the person's saying right here, right now in 2024. So it's one of those sentences where it's one of those instances where you have to respond to something that they're saying with, that might be what you heard, but that's not what I said. And don't worry about the rest of that dynamic. You don't need to learn skills for how to navigate that. We don't need to learn how to wrangle a person down conversationally. Here's the energy behind it. Okay. That's a person that's miserly and bitter. It's better than evil and wicked. That's a different type of evil. This is the accidental evil, miserly and bitter. They're turning away from God. They're separating from God because they're unable to deal with a wound. They're being asked to grow. Their heart wants to open. They need to come into some maturity, come into some discernment. They need to come into some adepthood here. With the Seven of Swords, there's something clear as day, but this ending is going to force them to mature. And that's the thing. We have to enforce this judgment that way because Spirit is saying this person's have an opposition of mind, Two of Swords. You're Two of Cups. You want to give them love. What they want to give you is a different way of seeing things. And they're dogged in that. It's a force. Whenever somebody, okay, their why is unacceptable. Five of Swords. That means they don't care about a win-win situation. They don't care about mutually beneficial nurturing, mutual exchange. The Two of Pentacles is not here. It's not about working it out. They think they're right or they're jealous. They think they're better or they're envious. They're but hurt and they don't care about the facts. They don't care about making sure that they're checking all the situations, that they have their P's and Q's, that they understand everything. They feel some kind of way, and so they want to enforce that. They want to make something happen because of how they feel. When your feelings are a tool, they are informing you of an experience. You can say like, hey, something felt really unclear, something felt really unfair, something felt really harsh. I need you to be a little more compassionate. I need you to be a little more gentle with me. I need you to be a little bit more forthcoming with details when you're making a big shift and change, especially suddenly or with boundaries or hey, I need to feel held a little bit more when you stand in your boundaries because I'm a little bit slow or I'm a little bit sensitive. Like a friend, a lover, you protect another person's vulnerabilities, especially in an intimate relationship. What is intimacy? Into me, you see warmth, connection, trust, vulnerability. It's fine as long. Don't show up needy though. If in the middle of the experience you're co-creating, coordinating together, a pain, a wound comes up, then you can triage together. But like, don't show up needy. Needs can happen along the journey. That's a different story. So like one hoe has to be doing their work. That's what I'm getting. And like, I don't like this because the tower explains both of us, but if you look at the delineation of the tower, it goes to for them. And for us, it doesn't feel good, but what it gives us is a connection to the divine, and it gives us sovereign strength. But only because we did things the right way. All they did was withdraw and retreat into their little hurt feelings without realizing the truth, which they were told. It was spoken. And they're going to be left to confront themselves. And the thing that's going to haunt them is not the words that we spoke to them, but their own demons trapping them in fears and feelings that they're refusing to open up their heart and look at. When the feeling comes up, it's almost like a trigger and a knee-jerk reaction, and they don't go towards the healing. La da 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 dee, da da da. La da 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 da. La da 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 dee, da da da. La da 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 da. So it'll be fine. I don't think it's bad. I don't think if there's a conflict. It's just like I mean, this has been happening in my personal life like a lot too lately. It's become clear to me that a few conflicts, these people expect me to come slinking back. And I'm the kind of person, I'll say right away, I don't go to bed angry. I don't. If I go to bed with a pain in my heart, if I go to bed with hurt feelings, I wake up with a chest ache. If I go to bed confused about something, I'll wake up with a headache. So I cry it out in the bath, or I cut off the relationship, or I don't go to bed angry. I'm sorry. Because I'll reconcile it by the morning, but you'll be reconciled out with it. I'll throw the baby out with the bathwater. As long as I didn't squat down and pop you out, you hear what I'm saying? As long as I didn't birth you in some kind of way, conception, inception, whatever, what have you, you're out. You're out. And I'll try. I'll assist the situation. Trust me, I'm not going to throw away love or let you go that easy, but I'm not going to hold on to you that tightly either. Uh, that's what I'm getting. That's what I want to transmit. So justice is on our side. So they're working on something. They might have to go to their work. They might also go do some kind of, they need to step deeper into their own vibration, and it'll boomerang around. Three of Swords, what's being worked through that's difficult is the Nine of Swords. So that's really sucks because they made a lot of karmic causes and we carried them for a long time. We enabled them for a very, very long time with the Ten of Wands. It was backbreaking. So no wonder Five of Swords. We the Two of Cups, Five of Swords is like setting a boundary. But what we got was opposition, Two of Swords. We gave them Two of Cups. It's on our side, but in with the response from the other party is Two of Swords. So, and we gave them the Three of Wands. So we told them exactly what they needed to do to pass that boundary, and they heard some other. They heard Nine of Swords when we gave them Three of Wands. And what we asked them for was Two of Cups, and they gave us Two of Swords. So the universe had to come through and give us the judgment because the Six of Pentacles wasn't given to us. They didn't do mutually beneficial nurturing needs exchange. They did hermit. They froze us out because they're stuck on stupid or illusionary or illusion, delusion, confusion, whatever. I don't know. The moon card. Something's not real. Something's an illusion. They might melodrama is what I'm hearing, but malinconia as well. They might be in a depressive state, repressive state, oppressive state. They might not have the prerequisite to be about it. We might be asking, all we're asking for them to do is be a real asshole. I'm telling you, I got a little boundary that you're breaking my back here. I'm carrying you like a loser, like because you can't be a G. And I'm saying make one little tweak and okay, bye. What I didn't get is a Knight. That's not on our side. So what does that energy look like in terms of the collective? Let me think about this just for a second. Okay, so we've done everything that we can do. They need to secure a better position with us. And for some reason, I know it'll happen, but I don't see it happening here. Okay. High Priestess. So we know what the cycle is, and we might just be one of the priestesses where people always come back. Intentionally, accidentally, doesn't matter, don't care. Eight of Swords here. So they put themselves in restriction. They entangled themselves. Three of Swords, Eight of Swords. So they got themselves stripped up. That's the only way to read that. Just with the Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords out on their side, they were told too. They were warned. They were told. They were told. Emperor. So again, we were very clear. We laid it down in the best way. I'm impressed. It was meticulous. It was impeccable on our end. Star card. So we really got up off our feet, walked all the way over to the lamp, put in a new bowl, plugged it in, turned it on, took the lampshade off, and pointed the light in their direction and said, "Here's your path. Please walk in." And they did everything but that. So, okay. I can accept whatever the outcome is when that happens. I'm not going to break my back trying to help you out, honey. Okay, so let's end this. Seven of Cups. Yeah, so like I said, illusion, delusion, confusion. With the moon and the Seven of Cups, it's exactly that. The Ten of Pentacles. So we wanted to let them in. We wanted to let them into the kingdom. We were preparing a room for them. We were preparing a seat for them. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. We were preparing them to inherit something. That's what that means. Ten of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. We were preparing them, but they were the ninth's on their side, not our side. King is on our side. Yeah, so we're sitting pretty in our own energy. They're kind of needing to grow and mature. Two of Pentacles. So, like I said, they will come back trying to reconcile the situation, but I didn't get the Knight of Cups on their side. Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's over here. So an apology. Oh, I didn't notice this because it's mirroring a personal situation in my life, but I don't look at it as an ongoing situation because I've just walked away, and you can catch up to me. I'm done. I'm done carrying you. So first card out with the Knight of Cups, and I didn't see it. And I kept looking at that position, and I didn't see it. Every time I would acknowledge it, I would look at it as the Pisces rising sign. But Knight of Cups in and of itself can talk about Knight of Cups in and of itself can talk about an apology. It does also tell you that this person's motives are authentic. Unless it's really close to Seven of Swords, it isn't. The Seven of Swords actually went away. We still have the Five of Swords out. So it meant that this person missed something very obvious because they're in their feelings, Seven of Cups. And the actions they make from the heart are very confused. They're confused. Poor soul, they're very confused. And they're going towards more confusion. They keep chasing, fairy. They're Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands. This person's misguided, misdirected. They're confused. Knight of Cups, Moon card. They're confused. They're not going off of clarity. And the thing is we illuminated their path for them. We went above and beyond. So I don't know how to feel about that. I'm unmoved. So let's just cap this out. It's very sad because it's almost like we were preparing them for something great. And that's an interesting take. I can see that now that the cards say that, but I would have never thought of it that way. It's just like we have the Six of Pentacles in the Justice card, so that's a mutually we're trying to be fair. We're trying to be balanced. The Justice card is balanced. Our intention is to keep the peace. Six of something on my card. Smudge. Oh. Okay, so Six of Pentacles, Justice card. We're trying to keep the peace. Yeah, again, they were basic. They were low vibrational. Low vibration. They were low vibe. And yeah, we really love them. Lover's card. Oh. On a promise to be free, mermaids swim in colonies. This person is being brought to judgment. My sync always spits up when that's coming, and that just happened. That means the alligator spirit is nearby. Sobek or Japa, whatever. Um, I forget what it is in the Mayan culture, but the alligator. So this person's you're going to be yanked away from us suddenly. They need to, if they have any hater whole ish going on, where they're like marinating in venom or whatever that looks like, ruminating, oscillating, vaccinating, cursing under the breath. If they have rumination going on, I feel really bad for them because it's not that serious. It's not. But they see it. So that means that they're small. They have a small life. They might be isolated. Hermit card. They might need to get out more. Yeah, I just called it temperance. 100%. It means a perfect score. Temperance. Perfect score. So we got. Here's the mystery. It's been revealed. Oh, I called it. When their vibration gets higher. Remember what I was saying? We need to call the judgment. I was saying the high priestess goes with the judgment. Okay, so I read that down. I'm proud of myself. Hold on a second. Oh, it's not closed. We're not done. Three of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so it's a prickly expansion. We're waiting on them. It's time. They think they might think that we're. I'm getting that a lot lately. They think we're coming back. Honey, if I'm saying that I'm dropping, I'm carrying on my back, I mean I'm dropping a burden. And if you decided to take space, it means I have a breath of fresh air. If I love you, I'm still gonna mess with you, but you're not gonna stress me out, honey. You're not gonna labor me, burden me, none of that. You're not coming with me. You're not coming with me. You need to stop and let her be. Yeah, so the covenant in our life, the calling in our life requires us to take separation from this person. They need to grow. They need to get to higher vibration. They need to go inside and get to know their own soul because they don't know who they are. They don't. We got the hermit coming out, hermit coming out, hermit coming out. It's saying they need to get to the depths of their own soul. That's why the Nine of Swords is out here. They have to go on a dark journey of the soul. They're going to be confused until that happens. And that's what's up. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Again, where you have other viewing options. So thank you for making us one of yours. Vertex of Abundance is a galactic temple of ascension, delivering you sacred messages from behind the veil. Again, my name was Serene Priestess Abossi. I was your oracle. Today, it was a delight and an honor and a pleasure to serve you. The decks that we used today, we deliberated the findings, as always, from the tarot, that's Aleister Crowley and Lady Freida Harris. And then we imposed the guidance from the Modern Witch Tarot by, I think it's Lisa Sturrell. Take good care. We all come from the goddess, and to her we are reborn like a drop of rain falling to the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we are reborn like a drop of rain falling to the ocean. Take good care. I'll see you next time. Bye.